Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today I am super excited to be covering Real Housewives of Dallas, Season 5, Episode 3, Carried Away. You guys, I am loving this season. I'm so excited to be back and talking about this. And I really want to get your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts on the episode. I wanted to know, what are your thoughts on Kary? What are your thoughts on Tiffany? I have lots of them and I want to talk about them, but I'm curious to know your thoughts in the comments below. Hey guys, I just want to take a second and say if you're enjoying this show, please check out my Patreon. Go to patreon.com, search Real Housewives Recaps, or check the comments below and I'll put a link. And for $1 a week, you can support my show and get 4 bonus episodes per month. I'm covering Scary Island, like the greatest season of Real Housewives in New York. So check it out. Thanks so much. So the episode starts out at Kameron's house. And can we just take a second and say, I love Kameron's house. Look at that landscaping. It's gorgeous. I know she's about to move or sell her house, but I think it's beautiful. So Kameron for me is just the comic relief that I need right now. She makes me laugh. I love scenes with her. I don't think, whereas most of the other housewives on all the franchises, I would think, oh, this is so staged and put on. Nope, I think Kameron just lives in her own little world, and this is the kind of stuff she does. Why wouldn't you put your little dog on a treadmill next to you while you do the elliptical? Why wouldn't you believe that your dog barks so you could change the incline for her if she needs more difficult workout? What are we doing here? Man. Okay, so Kameron is calling the girls. It's Cary's 50th birthday. She really wanted to be in Saint-Tropez. So Kameron is doing this very nice thing, throwing a birthday party for Saint-Tropez theme. She's telling the girls to wear white and, get ready for a fun time. So I forgot about Kameron's MO, about in previous seasons we've seen her. She gets fixated on something and she can't let it go. Stephanie nails it later when she calls it out. And again, we saw this before. I remember specifically at her, I believe it's her in-laws' house in Colorado, where she just wouldn't let stuff go. That bashing the adopted baby thing. Oh my God, it's that 2.0. She won't let this go. Now, I know I'm talking over Stephanie's scenes, but I love Stephanie too. She's one of my all-time favorites. But I don't know. I gotta say, I kind of get where Cam was coming from. I'm a little bit of a weird picky eater. I would not appreciate it if somebody told me 100,000 times to eat something, because I'm probably still not going to eat it. And I kind of love that Cam hid the food by her shoes. Anyway, okay, let's go over to Stephanie real quick. So Stephanie is doing this amazing thing. She's doing something for herself and as a charitable foundation. I mean, how do you be mad at that? Travis kind of came off as a douche, if you ask me. I don't dislike Travis, but in some of these scenes, I just cringe a little bit. But anyway, she's going to be starting this charitable foundation, and I believe she's doing locker room makeovers for needy schools. I think that's amazing. Such a cool thing, such a great cause. I think it's really cool that she's doing this. She spent her life, her married life taking care of her children and, staying at home and stuff. So she's ready to get out. She's ready to do this. So good for her. It really bugged me when Travis says he makes the money and she gives it away. Listen, ass, I think you guys are doing okay. You bought a $8 million house on a whim. Do you remember that? He bought the house that they're in now, without telling her. He went to an auction and just thought, I'll buy this house. As you do. Okay, Tiffany. So, let's talk Tiffany. I want to like Tiffany, and there's parts of her that I do like. I liked actually seeing this stuff with her kids, seeing how she takes care of her parents. There's parts of her that I enjoy, and I'm not saying I dislike her, there's just parts of her that I dislike. I'm afraid we're getting a little bit into Wendy territory with talking about the medical stuff. I'll give her a pass because I understand during a pandemic you would talk about the medical stuff. But I hope there's more to it than that. And I think there will be. So we're going to suspend judgment. We're going to see. Okay. Cam's house. She's working on dog training. It goes well for a second. It's funny. And then all of a sudden she's like, okay, Fancy. So Fancy's just like, okay. So that dog trainer's probably like screaming at his TV. Party planners are over. She's been dreaming this event. She said she had dreamed about it at night. Cary's been such a good friend. She really wanted to do this for her. So they're going to bring the Saint-Tropez beach to Dallas. White furniture, white bathing suits, etc. She says party planning is a gift that not everybody has. And she brings up Tiffany, again, making them eat chicken feet. And she won't let this go. Again, I was kind of pissed at the last episode of Tiffany, to be honest. I think it's amazing what she was doing, sharing her culture, sharing her food, teaching them. But you can't make somebody eat something that they just don't want to. I kind of got what Cam was saying. So I'm curious to know your thoughts. Leave me comments. Let me know if I'm way off base here. I understand that Cam is a dog with a bone. She won't let it go. But I also understand a little bit of her frustration. So, there's Kary. Kary, I liked last season a lot better. This season, I don't think she's coming off great. She's a little bit less likable to me. I'll get into it later with the party, but I found same reason Tiffany bugged me last episode about eat it. Kary bugged me with the drink. And I understand that that's a thing, but it's not my thing, so I found her a little annoying. Okay, but she looks fantastic. She turned 50. She's doing this beautiful photo shoot, and good for her. She said she wants to do this with lots of milestones when she's 60 and on, and good for her. She talks about, I forgot that she had that childhood stuff. LeeAnne wouldn't let her get a word in edgewise, so we didn't get to find out exactly what happened, but she grew up with an alcoholic mother, so she didn't really get a childhood, so she said she's taking back her childhood, enjoying her teenage years, and she's happy with who she is, feels like a young 50, life's getting shorter, she wants to have fun. Okay, the day of her party, Eduardo. I find Kary to be a beautiful lady, and I'm not trying to talk about looks here, but I find Eduardo like everybody loves Raymond. I don't know. I just don't think they go together. She seems a little bit more exciting and vivacious, and him not so much. And I understand you can't have two wild people in a relationship, so maybe that's what draws them, but I don't know. I don't get them. Okay, so it's over at Cam's father-in-law's house. P.S. Those arrows cracked me up. They showed the arrows pointing to the centerpieces. Again, another dig. She won't let go of Tiffany. Father-in-law's house. She's thrown it there because her house is on the market. She doesn't want anything to get trashed. She doesn't want it to be a frat house. Brandi flew to Florida. She's supposed to be quarantined. They're putting her at the end of the table. So we see Brandi and Stephanie in the car. She's taken 4 tests. She has a necklace to show that she's negative on her test. She's wearing gloves. She's wearing a shield. This becomes her shtick for the night. Brandi. There's parts of Brandi that make me laugh. When she kept hitting that shield, I gotta admit, it kind of provided a nice comic relief. I thought it was funny. Sometimes she gets a little too much for me. When she's over the top, I really used to like Brandi, and then she really turned me off for many reasons, and so now it's just a little hard for me to like Brandi, but I didn't mind her as bad this episode. Some episodes I find her really annoying. This episode, she's kind of funny. They're trying to make Jen, I guess, a friend of. I'm suspending judgment on Jen. All I can think of when I see her is, Jessica Chastain. Is that her? The actress from, like, Zero Dark 30 and Miss Sloane and The Martian. That redheaded actress. That's who I think of when I see her. Okay, so Cam still talking about her boundaries, and she didn't have fun at Tiffany's when she tried to push a chicken foot on her. Still talking about this. Okay. Hot guys arrive, shirtless and suspenders. When Kary arrives, they walk her into the party. I thought that was a really fun touch. And they explain the boys are here to take care of you all night long. Get you drinks, hold your stuff, whatever. So they start doing shots. And I'll be honest, this looked like such a fun party. I'm jealous. Quarantine sucks. I want to go to this party. I want to see these hot guys in suspenders. Why not? Okay, so Brandi is still hitting her face mask. That makes me laugh. Deandra and Tiffany arrive. Kary's showing Tiffany how to do shots, and Tiffany says grades were everything, and she missed out, so Kary's showing them how it's done. She wants to be more like Kary and enjoy the moment and not care about the consequences. See, it's stuff like that that makes me like Tiffany better. I like knowing. It makes a little more sense sometimes with her personality as to what she's saying. It's interesting to find out stuff like that. Okay, so Cam brings up she got in trouble for calling Deandra COVID girl, but then Tiffany called Brandi COVID girl, and Cam's like, hey, again, dog with a bone, won't let it go. Kary thanks them all so much for the party and says, you MFers better get wasted tonight. So, she said she wouldn't, okay, dog with a bone, she wouldn't let that go. Again, I understand. We've all been that person. You're drinking, you're like, hey, let's all get drunk. Okay, great. And then it comes a point where it's like, okay, not everybody wants to drink. I get it. She wouldn't let it go to the point where she was pouring drinks into Tiffany and throwing her in the pool and stuff. It just got a little crazy. And we'll talk about that too. But, so they start enjoying the meal. Someone says, oh, this looks so good. And Cam says, it looks a lot better than the chicken feet. I know that. Again, just waiting to pounce on Tiffany. And Tiffany's like, hey. And then all hell breaks loose because Tiffany says, my people take offense to that. And Cam says, saying I didn't like that is no offense to China. You need to rewind that right now. And Tiffany's saying it's a cultural food. Cam says she's stereotyping a whole country. And Tiffany says, yeah, it was started in China. And Cam says, you can like them anywhere. And Tiffany says, I wanted you to try a chicken foot. You didn't want to try it. Brandi has a really funny, this is where I like Brandi again. She says to camera, are you guys arguing over chicken feet? This is the dumbest fight I've ever heard of. So congratulations, lady. Kameron, again, this is her opportunity to pounce. So she says, you pushed me so hard, Tiffany. And Tiffany says, I didn't put you in danger. I'm sorry if food my culture eats grossed you out. Kameron says, it has nothing to do with your culture just because I didn't like it. All right. So I'm going to side with Cam here. I'm not trying to be controversial, but I get what Cam was saying. She's saying, I'm not trying to disparage your culture, but don't make me eat things I don't want to eat. It doesn't matter which culture it came from. If I don't want to eat it, I'm not going to eat it. Again, a very stupid fight. I mean, it's very dumb. I thought Cam was trying to handle it with class by hiding it, which is such a funny sentence, but she was trying to not make a big deal out of it. I also don't like when people are like, ew, gross. No, you probably shouldn't do that if she's trying to show you different foods. So Cam wasn't doing that. She just kind of hid her food. Anyway, all right, let's move on from this insane fight. Tiffany's telling her you got to loosen up a little bit. And Cam says, oh, me loosen up? I'm really offended that you just said that. That's Cam's go-to line. I'm really offended he said that. Cam says it was bossy. Stephanie says, I've experienced Kameron harping on something over and over. And then we see the flashbacks to it. The only way to get Kameron off the wheel is to apologize and move forward. Tiffany apologizes. It seems like it's fine. So, to camera, Tiffany says, so many problems in the world. Me trying to get you eat a chicken foot is the least of our problems. Okay, good point. I totally agree with Tiffany there. I understand what she's saying. So they all say, start over, do over. Kary is still pushing alcohol on everybody. She's bringing shots to the table. So it says it means the world to her that Kameron put this together. Kary is walking around pouring alcohol on people. Now, in Kary's defense, she does say later in the episode, it's in Latin culture, we want to include our friends. And when I'm being pushy, what it means is I want you to have fun. I accept you. I want you to have fun with me. Okay, so then we see Kary push Tiffany into the pool. Didn't love this part either. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer. I get it. Push your friends in the pool, have fun. But we find out that Tiffany is not a great swimmer. And Hendra says, again, Tiffany doesn't swim. You don't throw the one who doesn't swim in the pool at a pool party, especially after a bunch of tequila shots. Tiffany says she might be trying to kill me. And then Tiffany says, I want to be more fun. I want to loosen up. But at a certain time, it's my responsibility to go home so I can be a doctor the next day. I respect that. I understand that. Good for her. So then we see a flash to next week. It's Brandi's birthday. It looks like the girls are going on a party bus. They're going to a winery. We see Tiffany with her children. I'm obsessed with these kids. They're the cutest kids. When they kept saying, I want to hug Grammy, I was like, oh my God, these are the cutest kids I've ever seen. We see Stephanie with her mom. Look like a funny scene going on there. And then Kary with her daughter. Unfortunately, it sounds like her daughter is dealing with some depression, so they're talking about that. And then we see it's Hendra versus Kary. So it's been building up. We know they've been having issues, and it sounds like that they're going to be fighting at whatever event this is next week. So I can't wait to see that. So that is it for the episode, you guys. I'm really enjoying the season. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I'm so happy it's here. It's kind of like light and fun and comic relief, and I'm glad to have it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave me comments below. I'm dying to know your thoughts on the episode and on the season and who we like and who we don't. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will be talking to you guys soon. I got more Bridgerton coming out. I got all kinds of stuff, so stay tuned. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye-bye.